Hi, I'm Shira, and welcome to the What She Making podcast. I'm just going to show some footage of what I'm making. So in this video, I am working on my trunk or treat monster. This is actually footage from the course that I teach. And I can put a link to the full course in the description, but that's what I'm making here. So, what I want to talk about today is just how creativity is innate in us all. Um, and it is also a valid part of mental health and having a positive mental outlook. And if you have listened to any of my previous episodes or even my early podcast episodes, you know that I have very strong feelings about all people being creatives. Like, we are all creatives, I think is the title of that particular episode, if you'd like to go back to that. But the thing that I want to highlight here is not only that we are all creatives, but we can see it in children. And you saw my daughter is walking through this footage. We don't have to teach children how to create. We don't have to teach them how to make a thing, draw a thing, pretend that the intended use for something is not the only use for something. That's something that we are just absolutely born with. We are born with that ability to just take whatever we've been given, whatever is around us, and either pretend and use our imaginations or color or draw or make it into something else, even if it sticks in dirt. Like, you can see it with every child at the beach. Like, it is just innate within us to create. But somewhere along the way, we convince our adult selves that that is child's play, that is frivolous, that is unnecessary, that is childish, foolish, unless, of course, you become a world-renowned, famous artist. Because I think even people who get up to the point of going to art school receive some measure of ridicule, like, oh, you're going to art school, you're going to pursue a creative career. And it's kind of, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but it's kind of looked down upon, or like you're considered a dreamer if you decide to pursue a creative career academically, unless you are successful and then everyone around you always knew. But for those who have hobbies, who may not consider going to a formal training for art, it's looked upon as this side sort of frivolous thing that you do that's not all that important. That is, certainly if you're a maker, like, well, that's your hobby. You can't make a career out of that. And therefore, it's not something to be considered seriously. And I just want to take a few minutes to debunk that, just in the idea that creating is not important unless it's created for the purpose of a well-established, successful career. because that's just absolutely not true. We all need to create something in some way for our health. It is a part of, yes, a part of childhood development, but I just want to make an argument for continuing to create in that way, in any way, as moving from childhood development into adult mental health, a necessary act as important as hygiene. Like, that's the level of importance I think creativity has in every individual's life, every single person. Listen, you were given this tool in early childhood, not because, like, oh, yes, this is how we learn how to do things, learn how things are made. It's not just for that. Creativity is a tool given to humans in order to cope. You need it. You need it. You need it to cope because life is not easy and you need some kind of outlet, some kind of way of processing, something to take your mind from the place of just strict strategic rules, the strict strategic things that we have to go through to pay bills, to walk through life, to get from A to B. You need that thing that is going to move you from there into a place where your imagination can grow and can understand and can process hard realities. It is a skill that you were born with and that you need to maintain in order to have a positive mental health outlook. You have to have it. You have to have it to process. You have to have it to give your brain a break. It is absolutely necessary and not just frivolous, not just childish, not just a hobby, not just important if you make a successful career out of it, although those things are valuable. It is necessary so that your brain gets a break, so that your mind can process, so that you can have calm within yourself, so that you can be settled, so that you can take a breath. Because we all need to take a breath. It is a form of meditation, I would say. Creating anything. So, pick up one of those coloring books, get some crayons, go color, get one of my courses, go make something because you need to. Thank you for listening. Hey there. So I wanted to tell you about how I break through creative ruts, and that is with my very own creativity journal that is available to you as well. It's called Unleashing Creativity, the Inspiration Journal, and it is jam-packed with thoughtful prompts, lots of projects, and just every single methodology that I use in order to get myself unstuck creatively. So I'm offering this to you. I hope you enjoy it. It's available on Amazon, and the link is in the description box.